Hi scholars, happy Monday. So if you remember, on Thursday we started reading about the Stegosaurus. And today we are going to continue reading it. But before we continue reading this super interesting story about this awesome dinosaur, we are going to review what it means for a non-fiction text and what a fiction text is. So it's a little confusing because I know those words sound so similar, but a fiction text is made up or not real. So a fiction text is to entertain us. So we've read a lot of fiction texts in the past, and it can be made up of stuff like Lily's purple plastic purse, because we know that mice don't walk around and have their little purple purses and fun outfits. So we can remember that a fiction text is not real or made up, and it entertains us. Now, a nonfiction text is real and gives us real information, and it is meant to teach us. So we read nonfiction texts to learn new things and to be taught about the topic that we're reading about. So we're going to learn so many new things from this book, Stegosaurus, because this is a nonfiction text. Stegosaurus is a nonfiction text, so we're going to read about facts and a bunch of information about Stegosauruses in this story. If you also remember, nonfiction texts have text features. So they have a table of contents and headings and a bunch of different things. So here we see our table of contents. And today we are actually going to read about why the Stegosaurus has these plates along their back. So if you've ever seen maybe Jurassic Park or any sort of dinosaur show, and you've seen that these dinosaurs have these plates, is what they're calling them, on the back of their back, we're going to find out why these Stegosaurus have them. And we're going to see some text features along the way since this is a nonfiction text. So I'm turning to page 15 because that's where I learned. That's where they told me I would see the heading. Remember, the heading tells us what this small section of what we read about is going to be about. So it says, why did it have those plates? Some scientists believed that the plates might have been for protection, but others pointed out that they would not have been much help at all. After all, an attacking dinosaur could then just bite the Stegosaurus in the side. So, some people, it said, thought that these plates were made to protect the dinosaur. And people think, I don't know about that, because then someone could just kind of attack them on their side. So scientists aren't sure if that's real. Some scientists today believe that the plates were used for display. Maybe the male showed off his plates to attract a female. Maybe the dinosaur stiffened its back and showed those plates to scare off enemies. Other scientists believe that the plates helped the dinosaur in another way. They have looked closely and found that the plates were not solid. They had tiny tunnels running through them. These tunnels might have been for blood vessels. If the Stegosaurus needed to warm up, it could have stood in the sun. The blood running through the plates would have warmed up the animal quickly. If the Stegosaurus was too hot, breezes passing by the plates might have cooled the animal down. So, scholars, what is this? What is this that we call this in our book right now? An illustration? Say, no way, no way. It is a photograph. A photograph. A photograph is a real life picture. So, what does that tell us about this text? Do we see photographs in fiction text? So that shows us that this is a nonfiction text. So, this photograph, like most photographs in a nonfiction text do, has a caption. And the caption says, if Stegosaurus used the plates on its back to control body temperature, many scientists believe that the dinosaur may have been cold-blooded. This means that Stegosaurus's body temperature would have been dependent on the outside temperature. So, when they said it's cold-blooded, it means it depends on what the temperature is like outside. All right, scholars. So, we just finished the parts that we're going to read about Stegosaurus. And then tomorrow and Wednesday, we are going to read another story about a dinosaur, and you're going to have to help me decide, is it fiction or nonfiction? Remember, a fiction text is one that is meant to entertain us and has made up or not real facts or not real information. And a nonfiction text is when it tells us facts or gives us real information. Even Miss Weed gets a little bit confused sometimes, clearly. So keep studying what it means to be a fiction and nonfiction text, and you're going to help me decide if the story that we start tomorrow is fiction or nonfiction. All right, scholars, have a great rest of your Monday.